Good morning. It's a beautiful day here in South Alabama. And it was kind of chilly this morning, but it's warmed up quite nicely. I got a problem. We've been getting so much rain that this soil here is just getting the worst crust over it. And your plants get to where they can't breathe if the soil crust is over real bad. And the best thing I've found to work in tight places like this is a dinner fork. And I got some organic fertilizer I want to give them, but it has to be mixed in water, and they're quite wet enough. Well, they may not look wet as you see me scratching in here, but take my word for it, it's wet. It's wet. And just a little light scratching around to put some oxygen in that soil, maybe get some of these leaves out, wouldn't hurt. Put some oxygen in that soil will help tremendously. Just don't want to dig up any of your plants, which I have done, unfortunately. I think that's going to be good for right now. We got several days of sun, so it should dry out pretty good. And then I can give them the Agri-Thrive. Oh, that's a good, see, that's already turned green right there on the top. They're looking good. I'm hoping to get some nice sized bulbs this year. I got a few last year, but most of them was just, not that great, not that big. We used them anyway. But I think it's because I didn't give them enough nitrogen. I was relying solely on Agri-Thrive, and it just didn't have enough nitrogen in it. You see how tight this head's getting here. Not tight enough. Somebody asked me in the comments about the potato onions. I can't give you a whole lot of information on that because this is my first year growing them. Oh, look how wet that is. And they multiply. Now the ones that I ordered, well, I'll show you one if I can. Here's one right here, it's easily seen. This right here is a potato onion, and this right here is a potato onion. See how it splits off into many onions here? And they make a pretty good sized bulb. That little seedling right there is all crimped over. They make a decent sized bulb if you don't have them planted too thick. And I don't think I do. I've got a few lettuces come up in there, and got these leeks along the side. So I think they've got plenty of room. Oh, and here's some more of them right here. Some of them was smaller than others, but they're multiplying just as they're supposed to. So I'll be quite happy if I get onions that size. And I'll make onions all year round. I'm afraid this broccoli plant here is never going to make a big head because it was shaded out by the other broccoli plants, and you got to have a big plant to get a big head. That's all right. We'll take what we get and be thankful for it. I got a few. I want to say. Well, cabbage. there's my sticker. Cabbage here, but I believe it's going to be in the 70s today. And next week they're talking like we're going to be up close to the 80s. So I'm assuming it will get way too hot before those cabbages can get big enough to make a head. I won't I won't say I won't plant golden acre cabbage again. This is collards here, by the way. They look like they're heading up like cabbage, don't they? I'm going to harvest some of these today for supper. But it takes these golden acres so long to make a head. I'm going to have to try to find something that's quicker. Because like I said, it just gets, we go from winter to summer. We don't really have a spring. Maybe every 10 years, something like that, we might have a normal spring. There's my rainwater catchment system. But most of the time, it goes directly from winter to summer. Well, I'm not going to keep you long. See, my potatoes are up over there. We had a couple of nights in the freezing temperatures, and that right there is my frost fabric that I need to roll back up and put back in that bag and take inside. And I will be doing that today. Got all the potatoes planted here, and for the first time in my lifetime, I planted whole potatoes. In the South, we usually always chit our potatoes and plant and cut them and plant the pieces, like 2 eyes per piece. And we get good crops like that. But these red Lesotas that I planted just had eyes, no chits. It was past time to plant them. They're a early maturing potato, and I knew if I didn't get them in the soil, I would not have any potatoes. I'm curious to see that white stuff you see in there.